Late evening travelers, the witching hour has begun. We are here in Powerwash. If anyone has been following these past few days, I have been incredibly exhausted. And, well, we've been alternating between No Man's Sky and Powerwash and definitely now that our Wash Sim 2 is coming out, we'll be doing this a lot more. We'll be doing Powerwash Sim a lot more, and I just totally realized I forgot to get something from my chair. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I mean, that's how scattered I am right now. Swarm sees properly or whatever. Ah! Well, let's see, what should we clean? Honestly, I'm on the Solid platform. The Solid platform was really fun. Alright. Let's do it. I don't know why I like this one. I like trains. Trains are nice. Trains are fun. And... try to remember what was the, old issues with that one. Alright. I should have... What is the hardest part? The hardest part is, honestly, the ceiling. So... honestly? Let's start with that. If we're doing... that... quiet, or just my volume that's really low. And of course, it counts this part as... oh my. There we go. One thing at a time, bro. One thing at a time. Biden is really nice. So today, I went out for a walk at the lake, and it was incredibly windy. Otherwise, it was beautiful outside. It was a wonderful warm temperature that wasn't too warm, wasn't too cold. And I'm kind of disappointed that a lot of the trees here change color at different times. So you're not going to get, like, that beautiful, tree line where everything looks like it's on fire. That fiery tree line. I have seen those in person before, and it is really pretty, mind you. But, you kind of have to understand where you are and set your expectations properly. Still, yeah, leaves are changing, and, autumn, and then soon it's gonna be winter. And... winter... What the bloody hell did I hear? Never mind. I'm already mentally out of it. I don't need the game gaslighting me into thinking I'm hearing things. I'm being incredibly lazy and just... Let's see if I can get all from here. Please? Is that me? No? Ah... Out it goes. Yeah. That's all I needed. No, please don't do that. Actually, no cleaning liquids here. Oh well. Ah. Kinda hard to imagine how we did this without the trident. The trident really is such a nice bit of hardware. Oh well. But that's actually already cleaned up. So, we can go with this. This is actually a fairly small station. Must not be super busy. Well, it can be. Hold on. Is really only enough space for what? 1, 2... Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah! At full rush hour, you would have like 6 or 7 cars range. I remember... Yeah, 8 cars were kind of the normal when I was growing up. Then you'd have some 6 cars every now and then. But actually, if you wanted to get into a specific car, that should be easily getting out of... Like, once you get out of the car, you're like in front of an escalator. You had to know how long the train ahead is. And the funny thing is, I mean, technically, there was a schedule for the trains. But, in all honesty, it just came down to, you know, grab the train when it gets here. It gets here when it gets here, and you're not gonna worry about that. I mean, even with this... I can't move too much. Ow, yeah. Oh, my hair. Oh no, my hair's being incredibly mean. Oh. I'm going to have to wash the... Oh. I know that I have to do the ledge portion as well. Right? Be good from here. Ouch. Oh, I got that at least. Yeah. Okay, so if we can do it from here and never have to use the ladder ever again, let's do it. Although, ish, humble and maybe wasn't sure, I may poke him in regards to Battlefield 6, if it's, stable enough. Huh, now I think of it. Getting a lot of games recently. I've been very, very spendy. I say with abject horror, oh no, I'm spending money. I think sometimes, one of the greatest fears is, you get used to spending money, and then you just end up spending more money that you have, and you get all the problems that are associated with that. Come on. Admittedly, I never really had a super hard budget. I never really did that. I just, watched my expenses and went, okay, I have a general idea how much I've been spending on X, Y, and Z. And that's that. Although, recently, just with a lot of how the groceries are, like, on one hand, yeah, you can get really cheap stuff, but on the other hand, it's just not nice. Not nice stuff. I could get this set of cold cuts, which is like, comes out to about $5 a pound. And it's got a lot of sauce that I really don't like and have a hard time eating, or I could get something, for those $10 a pound. I get a lot less of it as a result, but it's stuff I really like. And part of me is like, if you're going to hate your food, is it really worth it? But at the same time, you don't want to be overspending. There we go. Just having to make sure that I still have footing here. I don't want to take a step and then fall off suddenly. Oh no. Oh, goodness. The Powerwash is coming out next week. We have another game that's coming out soonish. Not even. I feel like there's something that I'm forgetting. Like, what's after that? We have a little fun little event with Dirk. I gotta play Timberborn. I gotta get back into the groove and just remember how to do a lot of things, and also, play vanilla. Because, Dirk is very likely going to play vanilla, and even without, the Kilo Wow stuff. Going to have to just manage with a lot of that. Especially with the crops. The crops is what's really going to be very difficult. Crops and the wood, just having to go through that progression. You're going to be starting off with birch for a while, until you really, really need it. You go for oak. And I find it weird that for folk tales they have they have pine, which can be used as an interstitial for lumber, but it just is more useful as resin material. You want the pine resin for treated planks, which, if I remember correctly, treated planks is requirement for that water pump? It's actually pretty crazy. The ability to, that means dynamite is pretty late. And also it's pretty late. And, I don't know, I could have shut down for automation much more early. That could have helped. Yeah, actually, that's probably the thing I realize I should have been doing more. Is once I'm in a place for automation, then go for it. And with folk tales, indirectly, the bots still require, what am I, like, I'm not rude to you. My brain is not working. They still are eating your crops. Which again is kind of the upside of the INGs, where they don't actually consume your resources, just power. And well, you are very power hungry, moderately intended as INGs. I mean, that's why you do have engines, but ideally, you know, just don't use too many engines, because that cuts down on the materials you can make. So I think only for the INTs have I ever had to use the power wheel. I need to do the underside of these railings. We can do that after we clear off the end here. Actually, you know what? And then I can go for that there. We can extend it a little bit, and I'm shocked I did not actually clean that. Did I really go without doing that? Okay, just go over here. No, wait. There we go. And that's it for really annoying cracks right there. What were two of the monster pieces? That's pretty clever. Alas, you must go. Did I even... Okay, so I can clean that out. However, probably best to just do it with the wide gnaw. Are you joking? It really wants it to hit hard, huh? Alright. Yeah, the subway gate being... Yeah, I'm probably actually better off cleaning from the side first, because I will get the front, see the process much more easily. Yeah, I'm pretty sure some of this is just straight up rust. There we go. Now to the other side. And I'm gonna actually switch to this. That kind of appears what is grind, like, I guess it's just congealed matter. But is it like a biological one, or is it mineral? No, they were actually probably better off doing both heats like this. Then we'll go from this side here. There we go. Well, that worked. Huh. That was indeed effective. Well, well, well. Something new, huh? Do we want to do the station or the platform first? The rails of the platform. Which is the more annoying? If it's all the same, let's go with platform. I don't even know if that clock works. Maybe try going on this way? No, it's probably better just do the back and forth. Stuff like this. God, do the entire scrub like this. I guess while we're here and this is what? Yeah, it's platform wall. So it counts. Amazingly enough, that circular motion thing reminds me of, seeing that Humble taught us during the firefighting one on how to effectively cover this area. Oh, long and slow scans. I suppose this is a sure why not. I mean, if it's giving me a very consistent clean like this. Although I suspect that the ledge might include the top part as well. Yeah, let's do the scans like this. Yeah, just scan through it. Oh. Huh. Well, I suppose this is one way to get the floor clean. There we go. Yeah, we can do it like this, just back and forth. One. Oh. Hmm. I keep hearing sound. I know it's the game, but it's just, why are you giving me these sounds? Wait, I didn't... Really now? Oh, there goes the ads. It's been a very quiet evening, isn't it? I don't think that's a bad thing at all. Now, let's go back to our scanning. Fine. We can come back, clean up after. Or we can just... leave. Fine like that, huh? And also, gee, I hope there's no... the third rail is gone. It would be very, very, very inconvenient if it was. Yeah, even if it's a little slower, I think I'm getting much more consistent results. Scanning and just moving over, like the center is at the edge of the dirt, so the center being the edge of the dirt, and when I go back up, the left prong, the left jib should be able to get it. How is it that I'm hearing the other trains here? I feel like I shouldn't be hearing the other trains. Like it's a bad idea. 'Cause, don't want them running down this way. Alright. This here, like, my original intent was to do this wall, and I ended up not doing that wall at all. Let's just do the wall. Focus a little bit. Welcome back for Mans, everyone. We can just focus on the wall. There. And Techi's wall is almost done, and I missed the big ones here. Corners. Yep, there we are. Pillar. Pillar should be done. Yosu. There we go. So it looks like the ledge here is also considered part of the ceiling, or this part of this ceiling part. Yeah. We're definitely going to have to do a turnaround and do a recast because of the signs of blocking things. It does look like getting the effect on the wall. We'll just do passes from here. Yeah, I don't know why doing it like this does. It's so difficult and shows how bad my aim is. Oh. Oh, there were multiple cards. That's amusing. Oh. That's cleaning and scanning this again. check this out real quick. Yeah, I wonder, how do they do time lapse here? Do they really just take snapshots at given moments, or they might actually take snapshots at percentage points, I think. So instead of just having a super long time, if you're like, it takes really long, it'll still be the same time lapse because it's probably capturing a specific progression point. I wonder what are the progression points? Maybe 2%, yeah, 50. Or even 1% would be already a pretty significant one. Because what, that is 100 seconds if you play it back at 60 FPS? Old witch has to stretch every now and then. Oh, the chalk doing talking whenever she... And the weird thing is, I can't even say I wish I was young again, because I've always had these issues. I think I was talking to Achu about this, and, you know, it was a tangent on winning ticket. Yeah, it's really suspicious that a lot of my skin and eczema issues went away as soon as I moved out. You know, yeah, let's do the platform wall. I mean, it says platform. We should do it. Honestly, the only reason I'm doing kind of this first is, I don't know, for some reason, walls and ceilings just kind of irk me more than just doing the floor. I think it's good you can just easily walk along the floor. That sound, that was a pneumatic sound. I don't know why it makes the sound. I'm freaking out the pneumatic brakes. A lot of brakes nowadays, I believe, should be the type where you have to force the air in order to open. I forgot what the term is called. But yeah. So if you lose control, the default position is to brake. Oh, have I forgotten to drink again? Take a drink. Indeed. Oh, Ara. And Yuki took my hand jacket about 10 minutes ago. Oh my. You lot said nothing. Know what? How are you two doing? Everything okay there, Ara? Absolutely horrible. Gosh. I really do hope things get better for you soon. I remember I had a bicycle accident a few years ago. And, I cracked my skull. Very, very minor fracture under my left eye, and doctors being doctors, having a abundance of caution, they wanted to, make sure that when my bone heals, I'm not pinching the nerve and just going blind. Yeah, I understand, be cautious, but the prospect of going blind is terrifying. How's the Beaver Lord? The Beaver Lord is kind of brain dead. Not really wanting to go back to work tomorrow, but that's just because I have a really, really annoying task. It's just going to take a lot of time, and without much guidance, it's just frustrating. It's kind of easy to get distracted when you really don't know what to do. And then, of course, you lose time and you start panicking because, oh my gosh, I gotta catch up. I should have minded myself. I shouldn't be straining your eye. Yeah, and looking at a screen for too long is very definitely going to strain things. I really should, I really want to be able to turn on things like flux and not have it show up. So I can still have, the blue light filter. Because it should... And that's kind of the, Hold on. Something's not right here. The color is already kind of off. I don't know if it's just an artifact of... I mean, it's not tinted the way you'd think a... I don't know. I just don't know. I should probably ask Gio if she's around to listen. If I should start building the, the new carrier now or makes editing the content, just kicking it off and having to supply it. Because it's a question of what do we do with our other ship? With ships now and... Yeah, I almost bought it. Anyways. My Isabella, not done. There we are. Ah. Yeah, let's decide this other side of the platform. Back a little here. Yikes. Missed that because of the, height. And all these small stacks over here, God. Ah, well. I'm going to lose my mind if I keep trying to... super perfect with it. I mean, that is the ideal, but... you know, life doesn't like that. Ah. Okay, that's the prompt for the ladder. But why is it telling me this? What's going on here? Oh, it's just a ladder. Ah. I kind of hate when, you know, how sore you get, how your body just kind of scrunches up. It really hurts, and it's hard to let go of it because you get so used to being in such a stressed state that being unstressed becomes stressful again because you don't know how to stay unstressed or just to accept that, hey, things are good, things are okay, be happy. I suppose it's there is something wrong. If there's nothing wrong, then there is something wrong. Or something is wrong if there's nothing wrong. Alright, I have to actually... And as soon as possible, people are taking my hand jacket again. Oh well. Enjoy the fan service, I suppose. I keep forgetting to contact Peachy regarding the, emotes. I also need to remember to check how many emote slots I have left. Though I suppose I could get some animated emotes as well. I should get some. Gotta enjoy the cake. I mean... I've never... You know what? I can't form a coherent thought regarding the cake. I'm just gonna let it stand. Waiting for throwable objects. I'll have to see what can be thrown. You're not throwing animals at me. Machine unique, robots. Yeah, that is true. Oh, wow. I didn't even go through the whole thing, and it just gave it to me. Okay, I mean, we take those. Aura flexing her emos already. I mean, flaunted it. Flaunted it, you got it, right? That's how it goes. Yeah. Your Halloween commission's in progress. The smog and the hydrate get quite a bit of mileage. I probably do need a panic emote. Basically, you know, my two sides. Incredibly smug, and then incredibly panicked because my smugness has come to bite me in the rear. Thing is, the smug kind of over so much of the lack of those.
Oh, now, that is an entire adventuring party.
Well, hello, welcome in, readers, welcome in. Give me a moment to shout you out. Welcome in, readers. I am Fuyu, the Thaumatic Witch, an NPC witch meet to less a ways off your main quest. Together with the Gark Witch Ashra, who should be joining me in maybe an hour or two. You have the two witches at the witch's cabin. Settle in, grab a quest, a cursed bottle of any of my other wares, and, well, this is effectively a yak stream. Anyways, how was Persona? On this PCU's keyboard I must correct, I am. This is KBM. I've tried it with controller, but I'm really terrible with controller. I just do not have the precision I want. It's kind of strange that I can do controller for Monster Hunter Wilds, although I suppose it's because it's not that, doesn't require that much precision. I love Persona 3, it's been awesome playing through Reload. So you played the original Persona then? Persona 3. So the problem with using chart, I know that, I know this mode exists, but my precision just actually sharply drops. So I just prefer to just use it in this manner. We'll come back and use that. Part of the platform wall. We'll just handle this first. Less smaller scans. They fast forever go. Unless when it comes to 3. Yeah, that is how it goes. Great experiencing you again. What's wrong with you, my friend? Oh, there. All right. I'm not going to worry about the small little bits. It's probably going to get handled. So how far are you right now? Yeah, how far are you in the game? And also it makes everything so easy. Yeah, it does. And this is free-play mode, so I just have everything here. It's September full moon. September is... Okay, I don't remember what that stage was. Unfortunately. You big story moments coming up. October's super big one. Oh, how fitting. It's now October, nearing November. That's crazy. Saying it's nearing November is just terrifying in ways. Time both moves too quickly and too slow. So many things I want done and it feels like there's so little time. Oh, by the way, are you getting Powerwash Sim too? Oromon just joined. Okay. Got it. Oh, we have Powerwash Sim 2 at some point. Yeah. If things go correctly, Asher and I will be playing that, day one. I've finished playing all the DLC for one. That is fair. That is fair. I haven't bought all the DLC. I think the only one I've actually bought was the... I didn't even buy it. Atria gave it to me. It was the Warhammer DLC. Starts on my wrist after only a couple hours. Again, absolutely fair. Oh. There we go. Now, I actually haven't had to use the tab key to find the dirt much. That's rather nice. Yeah, for some reason, the subway station is like one of my favorite levels in this game. This and the train are like my two favorites. Going wind down? Yes, of course, of course. Take care of yourself. And thank you for entrusting me with your community. Ah, man. One at a time. It's so easy for me to get sidetracked and just work on something else that's nearby. Finish what you started. Not right here, almost there. Hey! Nice and clean. Very generous. So let's take care of the pillar. Then we'll go for the wall.
You can hand that over to the beaver cooking in the kitchen.
Addition achieved. Yeah, I still have this lemonade, and for some reason I just can't stand it anymore. Been running around with the iced tea. I'd tried making my own Arnold caramel with it. Blech. I can English. I can pronounce my L's and R's separately. But yeah, it's... I do like our Palmer, though. The drink. There we go. There's this wallet. Kind of an amusing aside. You know, species get so dirty if you really neglect them. But things are easier to clean when you clean regularly. Like, don't wait for things to get really dirty to start cleaning. Just, do it regularly. Then of course you're spending more time cleaning, and people don't always like that, but, you know, it's necessary. Like, if you don't live in a clean home, you'll get sick from something. Now that I think of it, what a fun games Asya and I have been doing, Koaki and Giel. You know, the firefighter sim was all, now you're going through the Mon missions. And then we have Dump Space. I'm mildly excited for Dump Space. I want to see where it goes. I enjoyed the chocolate last night. Yeah, that was actually also good. Roadcraft. I don't know why there's the mixed, it's probably something just some recent update and people just etchy about it. Oh well. Holy not good. I mean, that is kind of what the fun is. And normally I don't enjoy games where the entertainment is in messing up, but I think getting stuck is not a fail state. A lot of games that rely on humor coming from you, fail state is... I think that's probably a better way to describe my aversion. Yeah, also applies to stuff like D&D. I don't like it when, you know, things get really, really messed up that becomes a fail state. But I don't mind, you know, the occasional humorous blunder. And yet Baldur's Gate and Divinity just takes so long. There's just a lot of content in it for sure, but one can only do so much. That pillar is clear, that pillar is clear. we go. The benches. Hello, son. Glad to see you. How are you doing this evening? I did kind of finalize the designs for my new freighter and my new missile destroyer. And they are getting built on the server now. Next will be the new carrier. Thing is, I'm not entirely happy with the design, but it's more an aesthetics thing. I just really have to learn how to build a more aesthetic thingy in space engineers. That said, I really respect a lot of the people on the workshop. Just have a very consistent style. 17 more cure block to dig out in place for progress. Yeah, in fact, the leftover barbecue bison burger. That sounds very delicious. See, that's the thing. I have not figured out my style. I kind of like. What do I want? I really do want to have that No Man's Sky Sentinel style with, taller than wide. But I think it's just a matter of learning how to, just practice, really. I think it's just a matter of practice. How big is the next question? See, that's the other issue. Part of me is like, I don't want to break the server. So I kind of tried to minimize the size and the PCU usage. But at the same time, it's nice to dream big and make big things. Because of how complex. Though, lots of greebling, I think. That's the other issue where greebling looks nice, but, it feels like excess weight. And I do aim for certain capabilities, one of it being, transition to Atmo, between Atmo and space. But again, that is also a really huge constraint which causes a lot of problems. If it's face only, I can definitely do a good design. Face only. The funny thing with the Sentinel, the Dreadnought Sentinel in No Man's Sky, is that, yeah, it's really huge. But when you look at where the hangar and the bridge is, it's super tiny in comparison to the rest of the ship. It's so silly. I do space only have different shit for that, Terry. All fighters are like that, yeah. But at least a Venator is so much easier to work with.
Hey, one at a time to the door. I
Oh,
just
that?
fixed it.
Hello, welcome in, Raiders. Arani! Welcome in, welcome in. For those who do not know me, I am Ryu, the Soma Check Witch, an NPC witch you meet a little ways off your main quest. With the Garg Witch Achio, who is from Edwork. We are the two witch to the witch's cabin. That will settle in, grab a quest, grab a... Is the quest system up? Yes, it is. Or grab some other wares and join me as we just, take it easy and do some power wash. How's it going? It has been going pretty well. I've been taking the last few days and just sleeping as much as I can. I think just... There is a... it's mostly work-related. I have a time pressure at work, and I was given a task that is incredibly complex, and it just gets frustrating. Because what happened is, okay, I put things together. Venator's too flat. A simple, easy work reduces volume of the hull. Yeah, I think ultimately, Wilson, it's just a matter of doing a few more design studies and figuring it out from there. Alright, I still don't have one. Yeah. It's alright, Arani. I'm glad to have you here, nonetheless. But how was your stream? How did your game go? I'm not familiar with Teddy's Heaven. Would work give you more time if you told him it has to be redone from scratch? Technically, yes. Though, the time pressure I'm on, they say is, you know, you want it to be an average, and I'm still well within the average. It's just that, you know, it's not a hard limit. And they already know how ridiculous my current task has gotten, so... It's not like I'm going to be in too much trouble, but they're still, you know... They know it's going to take a while, but it has to get done still. It was great, very relaxing game. Medieval fancy shop simulator, very cute. So with some of the stuff that Achia plays that are like shop sims or just, I think of it just a little too, not traumatized, but wary of all those sometimes cutesy stuff, because they can get super sad too. But cute is good. I will... You know what? Let me write that down. And I'll check it out. Although I've been spending a lot on games lately, I just got Roadcraft. Some of the new stuff from, I actually got the new Space Engineers Apex Survival thing. Okay. Funny story, Wilson, regarding, is it the one from Let's Game It Out where he goes insane on? Oh no. Alright, let's actually clean vegetables first. And I've not seen any of his videos in a while. He does love to push games to the limit. When you say that, it also reminds me of Stiff and Grit, although he plays a bit different games. very, very amusing. I remember his Civ 7 one where he basically abused some really, really hilarious bugs. They did get patched though, which is a shame, but still. Apex, Anshin's fine so far. Percent hours living off barbecue meat, yeah. Honestly, I should make like another single player world. It's basically going to be creative mode, but it's going to have like all the mods for the NPC encounters, and just call it like testing range. Like, not really building stuff. Just gonna have to copy paste my builds in and just fly around, test the efficacy. You could find crops locally to get seed. Overkill, but they die instantly. Nonsense. There's no such thing as overkill. There's never such thing as enough daga. When ammo needs to be made. True. The other something I've noticed is that the large cargo containers are really, really big, and the... Hold on, I need a moment. My hair is in my headset. Look at that in my hair. Actually, I think my hair is even longer than what my model has. Lucky I looted 1,000 magnesium for ammo, otherwise I'd be in trouble. Yeah, I think we are lucky enough in the server to just have a lot of resources, even though I am chewing through a good amount of them with my builds. And then, you know, missiles aren't cheap. Rate it. I used to know how... Oh, the basic hair braid's been so long. Yeah, I considered it. But also it just makes my hair too curly. I would prefer it to be straight. Not that it really needs to be. The funny thing is, whenever I wash my hair, like this evening, I have to kind of be really quick and take it out of the hair turban ASAP, otherwise my hair just stays kind of curly. So I just have to, while drying, just continuously comb my hair straight in order for it to just stay straight. I like girl I turned into 80s hair metal, but natural. Hey. In fact, my hair turban is actually... It's not big enough anymore. My hair is just kind of spills out, and that's enough. Not quite spills out. That's the wrong term. I actually have to fold my hair a little bit in order to get it in. That's okay. Really? Okay, that wasn't it. Efferton, yeah, probably. Also to deal with the split ends and... You know, my hair is kind of uneven in length all around. If I get it trimmed, they're going to have to trim out a lot just to re-even out my hair. Yeah, I should go get a trim. Maybe I'll try to figure out next week. Come on. Yeah, maybe I should use the metal grating. Let's actually do this first. Wish could afford me get something done with my hair. It's such a mess, but women's hairdressers cost so much. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've always just gone for a simple trim. And get it. We are not going to worry ourselves over that. Well, yeah, the hairdressers is one thing. Just a haircut place is probably still okay, although, yeah, I've never really had my hair done, per se. Well, for a good chunk of my life, I kept it pretty short. Short being relative. Just shoulder length. There we are. That's it. Yeah, I don't want to keep doing it as a scan tight. We'll just do it this way. You'll lock it across. There we are. That's it. And let's clear this out then. Then we can do carry do a long walking scan. Let's only do tuck here. And then we'll just change it up as we go around the bench. Funny enough, Volson, for the two most recent ships I made, I pretty much one-to-one copied one of Lynn's interiors. Because it was just too much of a hassle to just cut it out in creative mode, so I just built it. It's a very, very nice interior, and I mean, I could make my carrier just use that interior. It's super, super tiny. Also, for reasons beyond me still, I've been trying to get the, what was it? The turret mode on the WAM missiles work. And I fear that it's kind of stuck with the just vanilla targeting ranges. So, well, the main issue I'm trying to solve is the fact that when I launch the missiles at a target, they would just punch a hole straight through the center. Mind you, which isn't bad, but... But getting close up for a proper lock kind of defeats the purpose of using WAM. Like, I am mainly using it for the camera mode. I mean, I could beam ride, but gosh, beam riding a moving target's going to be difficult. Script setting you can set for missiles with target. I'm afraid there's not. So... in the individual missile, you can specify an offset, but again, I have 70 missiles, so I'd have to do it all of them, which isn't too problematic if there is a mod I can use for it. But of course, the server doesn't have the mod, so I'm going to have to just create it, use the mod in my creative world, and then port over the blueprints. Come on now. Any blocks of Metro 2.5, land a missile, or 5 various subsystem have blueprinted it. Set the type in the projector. Yeah, there is that way, but that's the way where you use the AI block on each missile. And the other thing I do like about WAM is that it can do simultaneous launches so much better. So I actually have it set up where I numbered each one of the missiles, that only 2 missiles, which are spaced fairly far apart enough, only 2 missiles from each cell, each block will fire for a total of 10 missiles. So I can actually do a pretty steady 10 missile salvo. I could capture the video. Photo ads. Although I know a few of you aren't going to be stuck in ads. I will pull in 180's launch angle to head the target. Yeah. I'm somewhat disappointed that I can't move too much when firing. If I was in like a fighter, yeah, I could actually do some maneuvers when launching the missiles. But I can't when I am launching it from a larger ship, a silo. Okay. So is all of that done? Yeah, let's just do a quick scan here. I know that perhaps most of this area... Oh, some of it did not get cleared out. There, that too. There we are. Oh, I think this whole ceiling is probably also broken into 4 parts. There we go. That's the better one. Keep the center along that line there. Okay, if I'm going to just end up with all of this, may as well. Gee, probably should do it more like this. There we are. Oh, Wilson, how's Battlefield 6 been? Rank 29. Yeah, I heard there are changes, like, regarding progression coming? It having fun, yeah. I mean, do it on stream, but I kind of do miss Battlefield. Ah, the olden days. Where I played a lot of those free-to-play shooters. Not it. The rail. Yeah, Suyu was a pub stalker back in the day. First 20 levels up. Wait, yeah, the first 20 levels is all the attachments. After that, it's just skins, isn't it? Oh. Oh, go on then, Wilson. And yeah, the term I used was pub stalker. Basically, someone who plays a lot of the public matches and doesn't go for any of the coordinated ranked matches. I mean, yeah, standard play. Well, basically, instead of going for, like, you know how those games had, like, rooms you set up for ranked matches? So instead of, and those are the only way to do rank, because like, it was a ladder style. No, Bolton, that's different. I was talking about all the other shooter games I used to play. So stuff like combat arms and yeah, those types. Actually, now that I think of it, one of the games I played had that. It was a very interesting take on the gacha, where Waller's rank only the head of me was tied to 2. So there was this gacha system in which the the prize pool, you know, you had 150 capsules in the machine. Of course, the more pulls you get, the higher the chance you get for pulling, you know, the weapon you want. Interestingly enough, that pool you shared across everyone in the community. So of course, if you see that one of the gotchas has been pulled a lot, and you're getting kind of low, people will just try and jump on that gachapon to, hopefully get the rare drop. And when the rare drop is received, then the whole thing resets. Thermoscope no weapons are... Ah. Bullet tight is another. Yeah. But I think, for up to rank 20, that should get you most of your core basics. At least a good muzzle brake and or grip. Well, if I understand correctly, some of the muzzle brakes actually increases the range in which you can be spotted, or at least mini-map spotted. WR10 does that. I'm not familiar with WR10. Increase. What brain? Roger that. I thought I read at some point that one of the muzzle brakes makes you louder and easier to spot. Their city and beyond. Ah. Oh yeah, all the little lore tidbits here. The old Jeff Jefferson poster. Yeah, this station hasn't been in use for a while. We do clean this car actually early on. Okay. How are you doing this evening? Behind visuals, behind visual spotty. Yep, that's what I understood. And I thought that some of the muzzle brakes, the ones that give a really high recoil reduction, will actually make you easier to spot by your sound. I'm doing too well today. I'm quickly doing well though. I'm doing a lot better. I slept a lot the past 3 days. Just, you know, I have not been speaking well the past few days. The air has kind of gotten strangely dry. I don't know, not necessarily dry, but... Oh, is that it, really? Are you part of it? Okay, so that's the cable. See, and that's already the other part of the tunnel walls. What am I missing? This here is the cable. Okay, I got that. Uh-oh. State my eternal names. Wish to show that you shoot you we marked in the map of the world. Okay. Not that it matters most of the time. Yeah, because who looks at their map anyways? Ugh. I mean, I do. I play Recon enough. It's kind of like my second most played after Engineer, and maybe sometime. Hello, Atria. Oh, so I keep forgetting that Engineer can repair or support, portable cover. Although I don't know if there's any other thing that Engineer can repair. One day she will let me join her chat. Huh? Oh gosh. I totally
figured it
forgot.
out.
I was just so zoned out with the our
I was
washing.
sitting there like, hello. Legion Studio and stuff is hosted, but you're also not co-op yet. Yeah.
I'm sorry. How are you doing, Atria?
I was like, I'm doing okay. I was like, do I have to go do Powerwash Simulator 2? Is that what I have to do tonight? I've been banished to playing the Powerwash 2 alone, solo. Also, Legion Studios hosted.
Yep.
Wait,
Give me
whoa!
just a moment.
Dixie, already old school. Who redeemed old school? Almost redeemed old. Ow! Thanks for the hydrate.
But yeah, I'm leaving the ground for last because that's kind of the easiest one.
Makes sense. You got a lot of this already. I came.
Yeah. Yeah, 64% done. So... I just really like this level.
I have to say, having played the Powerwash 2 demo, I want Powerwash 2 really badly.
It will be here on Thursday. And we can make it, you know, the usual Sunday thing.
Yeah, I got most of the week to get through to it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. There we go.
I like how we also turn out old school. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it turns anyone on my VTube Studio old school. So on my screen, you'll see it. It pixels us.
Huh? Changes the color quite a bit.
Yeah, it kind of gives it a sepia tone. But it's supposed to. It's supposed to, like, make the colors a little bit less saturated. That's the joke.
Reminds me of the old Game Boy games.
That's the joke. It's why it plays, like, the Mario coin sound when it goes off. I mean, not the Mario coin sound. It's a coin sound, but it's not Mario. It's legally distinct. Nintendo, don't sue me. And have a good night, Ronnie.
Hey, Ronnie. Hey, kids coming by. Thank you for the raid. Oh yeah, I was asking Wilson how Battlefield 6 was. It's...
Fair enough.
Yeah, you're discussing the fact that they are changing the progression a little bit. They're buffing the earlier levels of the weapons. Weapon leveling.
Interesting.
I'm glad I waited.
Oh, waited to pick up Battlefield?
Yeah. I mean... I don't know if I'll play it on stream, but it may be just a thing to have. Use time, like your infantry, all you get are jeeps. Yeah. I mean, infantry only. Wait, servers? Are you doing it through Portal? Oh yeah, I should... Yeah, Portal might be interesting with, you know... I know Humble spoke of hardcore servers. I wonder if they also have the ones where they just turn off a lot of the HUD. Yeah, official BS6 settings to view Portal. Yeah, I figured it'd be Portal. Yeah, no mini-map spotting. No mini-map at all, actually. Hardcore has no minimap ID. Yep. Most of... Yes, friendly fire on. Honestly? When did they turn off friendly fire in Battlefield? I don't think you had that in Battlefield 1.
No, Battlefield 1942, I don't remember having friendly fire.
2142 had friendly fire, and so did, Battlefield 2, I think.
No,
Some servers
I don't think
turned
it's
it on.
ever had the. I don't think it's ever had it. Well, yeah, I don't think Battlefield 1942. I don't remember ever having friendly fire.
They may have just been the servers I played on for 2142. But you would get kicked if you did too much team damage.
I'm talking older than that. I'm talking 1942.
I know, which is why I'm saying it's so inconsistent. Oh no, Fortune, that's Battlefield. They have not, and they really should do Titan mode again. We need Titan mode.
Just give us Titanfall 3.
Better corridor design. Yeah, because the entire fight on the ship is just 4 long corridors. Yes, so much explosives down. But everyone likes a good meat grinder. That's one Operation Metro was so popular. Operation Locker as well. What's funny is, I feel like my memories of Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3 have sort of blurred together. But I have to remind myself, Xingzai Shi to Shanghai is... That should be Battlefield 4, right? Okay. And Gomad Railway is...
I'll be honest, I fell off the Battlefield. I fell off Battlefield back in, like, Bad Company 2.
Yeah.
Like, after nothing ever came close to Bad Company 2, I was like, yeah, we're done. It's over.
Okay, I think what happened with me was Battlefield 4 is I only got the base versions and none of the expansions. Well, some of the expansions. I remember going Lofi Oman and Operation Metro and Battlefield 4. Arkand. Can't remember if that was... Try to remember what were all the maps for 2142.
Not like me, I never played 2142.
Okay. Yeah, there's a specific map that I kind of do want.
I think 2142 came out when I was born to Ghost Recon.
Actual commander mode with supply drops and artillery. Oh yeah. I mean... that still had its own problems, Commander Mode. They tried to do something Battlefield 4 for it, but didn't work out well. Yeah, the two maps I'd like to see from 2142 is probably Belgrade and Server Landing. Like, I'm pretty sure Server Landing would be a great map for Rush. Let's get 2142. Yeah, there is a private server for 2142. I don't know if it's safe to stream it though. Real. Now to just do the ground. Note how any unlocks the earlier games are just cosmetics, same damage rate of fire. The funny thing regarding guns in games, like, all these assault rifles are different. They have different pistols. But look, the revolver is almost always the same. Like, if you have multiple revolvers, like, you may as only well have one. I think the only one that actually had a significant difference was in Battlefield 1. Where you did have the 7-round Nagant revolver. Also, it's extremely amusing to be using the 1911 in Battlefield 1.
Why is it amusing?
Cause it's an old pistol. And, you see it in so many other games, and even in World War I, you're still gonna see a 1911. Yeah, that was its major debut.
I mean, yeah, it's in the name. 1911.
Yeah. I just find it
similar
funny that,
to like, you can get the Browning automatic rifle in a lot of games.
Mm-hmm. And the most in the Gaunt.
Mosins are funny in Tarkov.
But yeah, it's the feeling of, you cannot escape. Dread it, run from it. You're getting a 1911 all the same.
I mean, like, when you look at it, we have 1911s in service in the U.S. military.
Mm-hmm.
The 1919 isn't in service, but the gun they got bigger version of it, the MT Browning, is still in service.
Mm-hmm.
There are EPSH 41s still being used in Ukraine today and in Afghanistan. Those Nagants are all over the Middle East and Ukraine. Don't worry about that. It's turned off, I'm sure.
Are you watching the third reel? Yes. How let loose is making it as we speak.
Yeah, there's a Hell Let Loose Vietnam.
Oh. A cops less than tanks. You can blast music from helicopters as well. I remember when the planet side, whenever in the large air convoys, not air convoys, the troop carriers, we would always have someone playing, Flight of the Valkyries or Fortunate Son. Mike spamming that. Hindsight 2 level, what I recall was fun, yeah. This free-to-play model was just kind of icky to me.
My biggest problem with Planet Side was that, like, people who played more than you had way cooler and better gear than you.
Oh yeah.
Making it really hard to compete with them.
Unless you paid money.
Yeah, or yeah, people who paid more money than you, was also a problem.
Oh yeah. Take Hindsight 2 back when it was fun. Those were the days. Did you play any of those, free-to-play Korean FPS games? Or kind of like a dime a dozen?
What ones?
Free-to-play FPS games from Korea. Back in the day when they were just forging over
I couldn't tell
so
you
many.
without a specific name.
Like Combat
Without a
Arms.
name, I couldn't tell you.
That was a crazy take on Battlefield.
No, I don't think I think if I played Combat Arms, it was very briefly.
Fair enough. I remember a lot of those games had a bunch of hackers on it.
As they do.
And as free-to-play games tend to attract.
I mean, even non-free-to-play games have a lot of hackers. Like, Tarkov has an entire language that the hackers speak that everyone else can't see. It's crazy. Like the Tarkov wiggle.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
And then hackers had a weird-ass code of ethics where they wouldn't kill each other. Weirdos.
Oh, wait, I don't need to do that. Just do the track. I'm somewhat tempted to just get Tarkov for the PvE though.
Tarkov is a significantly better game when there aren't other players trying to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because, yeah, like the main problem with Tarkov is that the like other players are either gonna be way better than you and they have way more hours in it than you, you'll die before you can even really figure out what's happening, or they're hacking. The real problem with it is that the prevalence of hackers makes it impossible to tell whether you just got gaming shared or like skilled. So like the introduction of a PvE mode where you can go in with your friends and complete missions and do stuff is really fun, although I will say that Tarkov's inconsistent AI does cause problems there.
Also,
It's really hard to lose your gear.
I don't mind that.
Most gear losses for Humble and I recently have been due to either mistakes or like not getting out of raid.
I mean, that doesn't sound like a bad thing.
It's not necessarily.
This Factory PMCs throw sudden grenades at me.
That woods and you died. That's a lot of grenades though. I mean, I had a DMC shoot me through the head from across the street down I was on the second floor by a window and they shot me in the head through the window from across the street.
They shared your motion.
I think you hit bosses. Bosses will kill you a lot in Tarkov.
What's that?
Well, so they're always really funny too, because you're just chilling, and then like something comes running up on you, and you're like, well, that sounds like a person. And you go to investigate, and then you just get blown away. And you're like, all right, I see you, game. Killa being the most nonsensical of them.
Hmm? Did you say that again?
Killa? Killa's like the poster boss of Tarkov. The one in the Adidas tracksuit with the titanium helmet that looks like it's been painted with Adidas colors. He carries a PKM and slaughters you. The hammer guy's only on what's it called, isn't he?
It's an RPK, not PKM. Okay.
Factory. Oh, it's RPK, whatever. Killa has big gun.
Wilson, what team are you talking about where you got banned?
I'm assuming Wilson's still talking about Battlefield.
$200 sniping. Weapon unlock farm. There'll always be servers like that. Seriously, why are they? Oh, gosh, stepping all over the rails. So awkward. I gave my support and legit word as a badge of honor. I do remember the night pistol servers in 2148. That was fun. Especially since the knife back then was like a really, effectively a slow firing gun. So you push the button, it clicks, and the actual attack doesn't happen for like an entire second.
Oh my gosh, who didn't clean these benches?
Oh, yeah, those benches were just... There we go. Up lights is probably one of these ones that I missed. That one. Which one are you?
I'm trying to figure out which one it is too.
That one's all the... at the edge. There you are.
Oh, you got it.
240 Bravo is a nice LMG. How's the N27? Okay. Anything else that you prefer? Any favorite like to do, basically?
I have no strong feelings.
God's here, most used gun. Yeah, Alex. I am looking forward towards that one. Let's see. Oh, that's right, there are multi. There's air, land, and sea. We can do the fishing boat.
Fishing boat? Okay.
Aki 7 is also insane.
Ooh.
Employee wanna still bust it in cheap? Yeah, it's 900 RPM. There's a lot of heavy lifting.
Considering M4 is Humble's favorite Tarkov weapon. Well, that's a lie. Humble likes the shotguns, but favorite assault rifle is M4 style. We can just be super lazy. It's unlimited chat.
Oh, we have unlimited?
Yeah.
I don't have any.
You don't have any soaps?
No. None.
That's weird. Press tab. Look in the tab menu. Or not the tab menu. Press E.
Huh.
E.
Yeah, none. I got nothing.
That's weird.
Ooh,
I mean, that sounds like a
here's where I
skill
can
issue.
change the outfit. In the rare times that it's acting not a good idea to use trident. It's too close.
The soap in this makes me sad. Powerwash 2 is got better soap. More satisfying. Like, way more satisfying.
Tight, stiff. I've gone that long without having a ding.
When you're at the start of the mission, you're not gonna get a lot of dings very fast.
Yeah. But some of these parts are rather large.
Or awkward. Yeah.
Mhm. I thought it actually got everything. That. Oh, good for me. There we go. Oh my gosh, where is that last part?
The pixel hunting is real.
Thank you for your help, Humble. There. Oh, did you see that Firecrackers also have another DLC?
What is gonna have another DLC?
Planet Cracker.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Like a toxic planet or something?
Yep. The new No Man's Spot. No Man's Sky update? Oh, what are they going to do now? Honestly, at this point, I don't know what more they could add. Who knows? Commanding a giant fleet against the Sentinels. I mean, you have
That'd be kind of
so
cool.
many yeah, you have so many ships in your fleet now. Why are you useless?
A little
Get
mean.
rid of us. 25 has been very useless lately.
Uh, everything will be more useful in Power Wash Simulator 2. Because of the way soap works. You can soap up a wall and then use the 45 to just blast it off.
Oh my gosh, the 45 gets used unironically. Finally.
I used it all the time in the demo. In fact, I think it's my most used in the demo.
Because of the soap, or is it just that good?
Just happily...
now?
Because of the soap. You soap something up and then come at it again later. Like with the 40. Actions am I missing? Whoops. That's the main reason I'm really excited for Power Wash Simulator 2, is it seems like more of your kit is useful.
Yeah. I mean, pull is a good thing. More ways to tackle things as well, if you prefer one thing over the other, and not like now where it's trident on everything until it's not as good.
Let's see it tried in Power Wash 2. At least in the demo.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have it. Or it's gotta be something like they give you after you beat the game.
I mean, even still, I wouldn't see a big reason for it. But there's gonna be base customization and everything.
Oh yeah, the base
whole lot.
customization was very interesting.
Largely, it's just like you buy stuff and then you clean it in your house, in your base, and then you put it somewhere. It's kind of that cut and dry.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with it being that easy. Or that simple. If anything, it's probably better.
Oh, great. The whole prince thing. That whole trim is going to be really annoying. On now. Out of 10. Lot. Welcome back romance, everyone. Oh, really? The holes also count as part of the... Oh, alright. I think I just heard a cat.
There are cats around. There will be more cats in Powerwash Simulator 2.
Indeed. That's still not it. I'm not even... Ah. I'm not even pressing down on the mouse button. My fingers are already hurting. What bloody hell is that? Seriously? All the small spots there. I'm just going to clean the deck. I need...
All the small things?
Right. Ah. Yep. I don't remember the lyrics to that, other than the chorus.
I don't remember the lyrics very well. Yeah.
The Bessie Rose is by the stairs. Yep, that is part of it. Yeah, I can't remember it, but I can kind of confirm, yes, that is part of the lyrics. Although there was a line after all the small things, and she left me roses by the stairs. I can't remember what the line was.
Hearing any lyrics about the roses just immediately sends my brain into thinking about the Grateful Dead, and that makes it unhelpful for figuring out these lyrics. Oh, now, come on, I just parkoured up. Come on. I don't know, it must have been the roses.
Yeah, this map is a good way to teach people parts of a boat.
Yeah. Think he did. Yeah, he's down the bus, yeah. Ah! I think I can only get with that one from up there.
Oh. And once more, there we go. Tixel hunting. Oh, goodness. I declaim one thing, I get things for everything other than the thing I'm trying to get. There we go.
Quick, for you, what's the best movie about Age of Sail ships? There's only one right answer.
One, I don't know many of those. And actually, I have to check if this one.
There aren't that many.
Okay, so that one does not count because that is not Aegis Sail. I mean... 1914 is kind of not Aegis Sail anymore, even though they did use it for a bit. Still.
No, 1914 is not what I'm looking for at all.
Yeah, that's just... There's two things that came to mind, like... Alright, hold on.
There's only one right answer. The clue that I have is they actually had a real ship built for the filming of the movie. Hummel's also throwing stuff out.
Ship's name is a bit of surprise. Okay,
I'm
then
pretty
it's
sure
not...
I'm pretty sure that movie also prominently featured a crow.
Then I don't know it then.
The crow's name was Russell.
Okay, so you... So, my answer would then be Master and Commander.
Yes.
Okay, because...
It is objectively the best Asian sail movie ever made.
Yeah, the two movies that came to mind was Shackleton and Master and Commander.
I don't think anything can beat Master and Commander. Probably my favorite Russell Crowe movie, too. Humble, you know it's a good movie. You know, it might be one of the
Well,
best movies for Age of Sail. It's a real shame we never actually got a sequel to that movie. We probably never will.
and everything but the one I wanted.
The fat stick. I'm over here fapping on haters in someone else's chat.
Every day.
Okay. What am I cleaning now?
Yeah, sad to do the porthole. I get to that. Oh, no, these aren't cakey. We have a ladder, or is this all we're getting?
Now that we need a ladder.
Some of these parts at the tower are just really annoying to get. Might even have to. Oh, as tight as I can get.
On a slightly unrelated side,
Uh-huh.
the full Kill Bill is apparently coming to theaters, and that entertains me.
How? Just put a play one
Like
and
the whole
two,
thing,
one after
both
the other?
movies stacked together.
Yeah.
Yeah. As it is meant to be, because it is one film.
Mm-hmm.
I'm no expert, but I don't think this is how you clean a gun off.
If it works, it works. Oh, how are you supposed to clean it then?
I don't know. Rocks and basically slaves. you call it naval tradition?
Ah. Why's you let joke? Someone's complained you not talk to me about naval tradition. It's not but rum, sodomy, and the lash. And then someone points out that rum rations were discontinued at some point, and so were lashing as a form of punishment. Ergo, maybe runs on sodomy and sodomy alone. Okay, the quote about "do not talk to me about naval tradition. It is not but rum, sodomy, and the lash." That is a real quote.
I'm over here making jokes about press gang, and you don't like butt sex.
See, the problem is, I know that quote because that is the quote that pops up whenever you research naval tradition and Civ 6.
Huh?
And, you know, since it's fairly early on, you are going to hear that a lot. Okay, I had to look that up. I'm sorry. My curiosity is getting the better of me.
And to look what up?
Okay, it's attributed.
I am humble. I am using largely the most optimal one. This is the strongest nozzle. This is the strongest nozzle. The problem with using this nozzle is when you're up close, it does this. And that is the problem with Powerwash Simulator 1. Is that up until you unlock the Trident, the 15-degree nozzle is far and away the best nozzle in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even close. And then once you, anything that the 15-degree can't get off, you just get off with the straight or this one, or the swirly one. But you never really use those for very long. But the 15 is always going to work on general grime everywhere at close range. And this right here is just the problem with Powerwash 1.
Yeah. I sometimes can get away with using the 25, but that's for floors that aren't super dirty.
And 25 works okay here. The answer is that you want to use they want you to use the widest nozzle you can get away with at all times. The problem is the way they built this game is it doesn't work that way. The next version,
it does work that way.
where we get actual functional soap. Well, I mean, you use the widest nozzle you can get away with, except it's usually just more efficient if you can't get away with anything above a 15. So just take the 15 all the time.
Yeah, the problem is the widest you can get away with is the 15.
Yeah, majority of the time. But that's where Powerwash Simulator 2 solves a lot of the problems with Powerwash Simulator 1. Which the devs readily agree is a problem. They're like, yeah, no, that... The balancing's a little awkward.
And the fact that, once you get the final...
The next one.
The final washer is also another thing that they addressed, right? You would actually also have to change between the other washers.
Considering you can quick swap between washers, I would hope so. But yeah, soap addresses the wideness issue. If you want to take a couple extra seconds to just soap an area down, you can break out the widest nozzle and just blast the whole area off. And, like, you get it done really fast and it's really satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Bulls, have a good night.
Alright, Elsa, thank you for coming by. Oh, joy.
Oh, good.
Where? Joking, that small amount. Not that one. This one. Oh, you got it.
Ray!
Yay. We can do maybe one more.
Sure.
We've done the fire helicopter recently, right?
Maybe?
Oh no, it was the fire plane that we did. Alright, let's do the
Maybe.
helicopter.
And the answer is in most situations on Bull. The Trident does better than everything else. The reason you use the spinny one is to get into the cracks Trident's not getting into. Ding ding ding.
Indeed. I'm pretty sure we're not supposed to stand on this, but it's okay.
Not a step.
Not a
Not a step.
Mhm.
Excuse my accent for coming through really heavy that time.
don't fall off, thank you.
And this is right. This is how you use this one. Is you just use it to get these like weird spots that are like not black. I also think this is a fairly early game mission, so everything should be pretty easy to clean.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Because coming back
10
here with
past
the best
11.
gear.
Yeah, we're just blowing right through it.
I'd expect it to go.
I just noticed there's the moon here.
The moon.
Yeah, I see the moon.
You do?
Yeah. This way. Unless that's the sun and I'm looking right into the sun.
I think that's the sun.
Ah. Oh. And they say don't look directly at the sun. Well, look at that.
I mean, we had a president who looked directly at the eclipse.
Mm-hmm.
Just stick your head in the microwave and get yourself a tan.
For a moment, I thought the rotor blade was flexing a little as I walked, which is a little
Maybe it
terrifying.
should.
It should.
Aircraft are very bendy.
Mhm.
It's very funny to watch people freak out about airplanes when they discover airplane wings wiggle.
No step. No step indeed. I can't stand on it. I just hover right above it.
No step on helicopter.
I've missed so much up here. Ah, now it's a completely ugly mess. I know I should probably get closer or at least move, but
What the heck am I missing?
I.
Holy cow. Cannot tell what I'm missing on this. There it goes.
I'm just trying to stay on top here as long as I can. See how far I can go without having to step off.
Makes sense.
There we go. As an engine. Wait. Helicopter engines usually like this?
They're almost always jet turbines, yeah. Well, not almost always, but yeah, big helicopters use jet turbines.
I mean, no, having the engine mounted up top like this.
The jet turbine ones do. Like, let's go pick a random one. The Apache. The Apache's engines are on the side, but up top.
Yeah. I meant more like side and up top and in the front.
It depends on the one, but they can be all over.
Fair enough. Oh, I can clean the rotor blades from here. So, no step, so does that mean lying down is okay?
Oh, no staff. Only staff. ants.
Mhm. Yeah, let's take a while. I'll just step off now. Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. I'm just seeing you in the corner of my eye, just boing, boing, boing.
I'm cleaning stuff.
I know you are, but it's just so funny to just see you in the
It's-
corner of my eye doing that.
It's the best way to clean that part.
I keep forgetting, anytime someone moves the, stool or the ladder, it forces me to stand up.
Yep,
Or
that's a
forces
weird
everyone
bug.
to stand up.
Such a weird thing. There it goes.
Now it's just the rotors and...
Did you know that military helicopters in the sand, in like sandstorms, make sparks with their rotors?
No? I mean... Not surprised.
It's kind of crazy to see.
I mean, wouldn't all helicopters do that?
I think it depends on the composition of the rotors.
Well, the plates.
Oh god, which ones?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do we want to end here, or do you think we can tackle another quick one?
We can end here if you'd like. I don't mind.
Eh,
Sundays are always a short stream for me.
true. I mean, the only thing that's... The only thing that's really quick was probably one of the cars. You know, I'm actually curious. I want to see how fast we can just blitz through one of the really early ones. Now that we have
Okay.
all the... And now that we have this...
So much dinging. Which windows? Which doors? I don't know. Like, a
That
minute?
was really... Yeah. I mean, Trident OP. Trident and the,
Uh-huh.
end games one. Pretty powerful. Okay, we can end here. Let's see,
Yeah.
who can we...
Okay.
Alright, let's see. Who is rateable? We have Luna.
A lot of people.
Although Luna has gone for 7 hours.
Oh, she's gonna end soon.
Yeah.
Or maybe.
And we have...
We did a long subathon. Yeah, I don't know, maybe when I don't know when she'll end.
We do have Chroma, Macho, and
Mocho.
Medio, and Flatline.
Mr. Hengast. Well, I mean, I'm up for whoever.
Let's do Luna. I haven't done Muda in a while.
Alright, we shall raid Luna.
Alright then. Oh, thanks for stopping by, Ache. You with a short stream?
Yeah.
Hey, talk to you soon.
Yeah, talk to you a bit.
So, as noted prior, the, Okay, good. Get the raid message out of the way. There we are. So, Haluna, it's been a while, and, Edna Wishing Hour has begun. The, Is it the right one? Right here. I put my schedule up. We're going to be doing quite a bit of Powerwash too. And then Timberworm on Wednesday, because I need to remember how to do stuff in vanilla Timberworm, because I'm so used to modded. So just have to remember how certain things are, just so that I remember how to do it with Derp next week. And then, yeah, we'll see what we do with Space Engineers. We need to get more material and figure out what to do with one of our assets. Anyways, as always, it's a pleasure to have you here, travelers. But until I see you again, safe travels.